Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this episode of the XYZ. Today we're here with David Jiang. And yeah, David, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi everybody, this is David. My real name goes by Jiang, but I'm having a little trouble right here trying to get the right pronunciation from the people, so I just go by David. I'm from China. Currently, I'm living in Bogota City in Colombia. I'm 29 years old. My hometown is called Jilin Province, a nice little province between North Korea and Russia, which means it's very cold out there. Right now, I'm living here in Bogota with my girlfriend. I'm in civil aviation business.
David, if you don't mind, why did you choose David as an English name?
I wanted to start by Roberto, but I couldn't quite pronounce the R from Spanish back then, so I just went with David.
Something really important about David is that, of course, he speaks English perfectly, as you can see, Spanish as well. Can you tell us a little bit about why you ended up learning Spanish and how you mastered it?
Okay. So back in high school, I saw this movie. It's called Diaries on a Motorcycle. It's talking about Che Guevara's life story before he became a revolution leader. About his tour with his best buddy on a motorcycle across the whole Latin American continent. I got so obsessed with the plot, and I promised myself, like, one day in my life I'll be visiting the continent and hopefully live there and know the people, know the culture. When it comes to picking up the career, with no hesitation, I went with Spanish literature. That's how everything started. So I spent 3 years, no, almost 4 years in the college, Spanish literature. During which time there was a chance of participating in an exchange program to come to Colombia. So I enrolled, and luckily I got assigned to Cartagena. That's where the nice people of Colombia helps me to dominate the language, because when I first got to Cartagena, nothing was the same from what I learned back in China. Yep. The expressions, the vocabulary, the accent, most of all. I mean, basically the first month, I didn't understand a thing that people were trying to say to me. But poco a poco, I came used to the accent and the way people say and express their feelings.
On a side note, something that's really funny, we actually went to the same school in China, in Beijing. He was studying Spanish, I was studying Chinese. So it's kind of funny how small the world is. And then we met up in Colombia through a friend from the US. Yep. So it's kind of hilarious how everything works.
I'm going to start back a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
So my first stop in Latin America was Colombia. Yeah. That was back in 2010. Spent 1 year over there. Trying to learn Spanish and teach Chinese. Worst nightmare of my life. And so then I went back to China to graduate from the university in 2012. And after the college, I went straight to Argentina, living between Buenos Aires and Salta. That went up for like 8 months or 9 months. Then I found out there is no space for me to go up, like, career-wise, so I quit the job. At that moment, there was one friend of mine, actually an alumni from the university. He was working here in Bogota in petroleum industry. So he got me this offer. I took it. I came back to Bogota. That was from 2013 to 14. For a whole year, working in the office. But then something sad happened. So yeah, in 2014, I went back to China. Within 4 months, I got to a company where my current job is, and spent the whole year 2014 in China. Then from 2015, I started to live in Bolivia. Okay. That went up for 2.5 years. Tough town. I mean, La Paz City is like higher than any other cities I've ever been to. Yeah, that was 2.5 years. But during that period, I was also visiting a lot of other countries like Ecuador, Cuba, Panama, Guyana,
Okay. Wow.
Chile. Yeah. Yeah, it's just touring around a little bit. But after, yeah, that was back in 2016, 2.5 years later. They made a decision that we are going to move the operation from Bolivia to Colombia, where we have our fleet with an airline. So that was when I came here.
And out of all of those countries, which was the one that impressed you the most, that shocked you the most?
Colombia, papa.
Yeah. Why is that?
Colombia is such a high concentrated place where you can see, try, and experience everything. I mean, right, for example, in Bogota, it's a very typical metropolis.
Okay.
Where everybody got like rather occupied with their own stuff, and of course the gastronomy. I mean, the Colombian food is amazing, and the music. Oh my God, the music right here.
What's your favorite song at the moment? We can put it in the video later on.
At this moment.
Or any. That you
Oh,
can think
okay. These couple of days, I'm listening to this old vallenato called Obsession.
Okay.
I mean, I like it very much. It feels very comfortable. But anyway, vallenato is my favorite music genre right here in Colombia. And after that comes salsa.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna share a little detail to you. Like, you know, K-pop, right?
Yeah.
Korean pop music.
Yeah.
Is like flashing into the whole world, right? So I was telling my girlfriend, she's currently right here for just 1 year. I told her before she came that in Latin America you got Puerto Rico for reggaeton, and then you got Colombia for all the traditional musics.
What about your friends, the rest of your family? What do they think about you being on the other side of the world?
They think I'm kind of normal Chinese boy who turned into a weird foreigner who refused to get married.
Okay.
Because everybody back in China wants to get married and have kids and everything. I'm not at that stage yet of my life. But no, I mean, all my family members, like, we stay close, and I visit. I go back to China once or twice a year.
Okay.
Mainly around the Chinese New Year. You know, it's a big thing. It's like the Christmas for you guys.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, you gotta go back to your house to stay with your family. Yeah, and generally, yeah, they only care about my marriage, like my relationship. Every time I go back, when you're getting married, now you have a girlfriend. Why don't you get married? Why don't you have kids? How many kids you want to have? Now you can have 2. You want to have 3? Stuff like that.
What about your friends? What do your friends tell you?
They have the same opinion, like as my family. I'm like this weird foreigner who can speak Chinese and come back once a year. But every time, we always have a great time when I go back to visit them. But the thing is, we...
Two different worlds.
Two different worlds, totally. Like, my best friend, he's got married, he has a kid right now, and he can't even go out and have drinks with us.
Right.
Like, we used to have a lot of drinks. We used to go party, and but right now, he's more like a married family man than the drinking party buddy.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I feel happy for them, but I feel like, yeah, there were distance. We were not that close as before, but we still share some good moments, share good laughs, and have get-togethers every time I go back to China.
David is a man of many talents. Something that we haven't spoken much about is your excellent cooking skills.
Oh yeah,
and food and everything. So yeah, you have the floor. Tell us all about that.
Okay, this is something I'm really passionate about, the cooking in the kitchen. So I never received any training about cooking skills. I grew up watching my mom cooking in her kitchen, and that's how I got the first sense of it. So I started cooking maybe in high school, because sometimes there were sometimes like I stay home alone. So I started trying cooking and making a lot of mistakes and destroying a lot of cooking equipment. But then when I started living abroad, there's the necessity for me to cook for myself.
Okay.
Because I cannot be eating fast food every day. So I started learning how to use a fry pan, how to use a wok, how to properly cut your meat, how to debone a chicken, how to braise something. So that became the biggest hobby of my life, actually.
Something I consider really important, and I think everyone has, is that we always have a turning point.
Yes.
Or we have a really tough moment.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell us what's been your toughest moment or your turning point?
I think I'm gonna start with my turning point, then the tough moment. My turning moment is when I started the relationship with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think this is my first committed relationship in my lifetime. Like, I used to have girlfriends, but 1 month, 3 months, and that's it. But with my girlfriend right now, we've been together for 4 years.
Wow.
And the first almost 3 years we were in long distance relationship. So yeah, and now like we are living together. I think this is a real major change in my life, and one of the toughest moments I think is right now. I mean, yeah, for the last 1 or 2 months until now. Thing is, I got really frustrated with my job. I don't see no future, and the environment of the office is intense. I'm doing something that is not my job, and I'm not getting any credit of it, and I'm getting more accusation. Is that word?
Yeah.
Like, meanwhile, the more work you do, it's easier for people to pick up on you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why don't I just stay here and do nothing? There's nothing you can create. There's nothing you can pick up on me.
Moving on to the next one. So we would like to know about your XYZ. So what do you think makes you special?
What makes me special, I think it's I'm not any ordinary Chinese friends of yours, and I'm not any ordinary expat of yours. I think I'm like deeply connected to my root, and I'm really incorporated with the local vibe around here. I mean, when I use my sunglasses, people can't tell where I'm from.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Mexican. I got Mexicanos a lot. but no, it's like my identity is like blurry from the outside.
Yeah.
But like deep down, I'm still this Chinese guy, very traditional Chinese guy.
So, kind of to summarize, so you've been able to adapt to all these different circumstances, but still keep true to yourself.
Exactly.
Without forgetting that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. And so I think to close up the last thing, what advice would you give people out there now that you've had so many different experiences in different countries and with different cultures?
I think I got 2 of them.
Okay.
First is to embrace the environment around you, the things happen to you, the people you meet, good things, bad things. Just embrace them. This is our life. I mean, you can't be having a fancy, happy life all along. You're not gonna be at the bottom all the way. There are ups and downs. Just take it easy and embrace everything. Everything will work out. And I think the second is think thoroughly before make a decision. like big or small. Before any decision, you need to think or project what are the consequences going to be. You know, you always hope for the best, but what about things go wrong? What could have happened? You know, just think about the positives and the negatives, and try to make smart decisions.
Okay, thanks a lot, David. Thanks to all of you guys. So remember to follow us down here in any of these links on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. And yeah, stay tuned for more exciting episodes of the XYZ.